Now, what about subtraction? I'm going to show you subtraction that involves numbers up to, or decimals up to thousandths. So here is 0.593 minus 0.347. Now, like with everything, I would get the students to show it as a decimal fraction. So they'll do 593 thousandths, and you want to subtract 347 thousandths. Now, in this case, this is where sometimes writing things in expanded form can be a little bit more conceptually easier to understand. So what I mean by that is I start with 593 thousandths, but 593 thousandths is the same as 5/10 plus 9/100 plus 3/1000. So that's 593 thousandths. And 347 thousandths is the same as 3/10 plus 4/100 plus 7/1000. Okay, this is what we call expanded fractional form. And we really need to get the students to be able to see all three of those forms, because then it gets them to start to understand when they start operating with decimals, things start to make a little bit more sense. So if we were to look at 593 thousandths, I don't want students to look at that as 593 of these tiny little things, which is what it means. I want them to start to go, okay, 593 thousandths, so 500 thousandths is the same as 5/10. So I'm going to colour in 5/10. Then I'm going to colour in 9/100. All right. Then I'm going to colour in 3/1000, which is always fun. So this is the decimal that I start with. I start with 593 thousandths. So if I was to break each one of these shaded parts into thousandths, I'd have 593 of those. Okay, so that's the language you want to start giving to students. Then I'm not adding anything here. I am subtracting. So I want to remove from this decimat, I want to remove 347 thousandths, or 3 of the tenths, 4 of the hundredths, and 7 of the thousandths. Now I'm going to diagonally shade across the ones that I'm subtracting or removing. So I'm going to do this. Oopsie. So I'm going to remove this one. 1, 2, 3. So that's 3/10, 4/100, 4/100 there, and 7/1000. But look at this. We've only got 3/1000 there. So we're going to need to partition one of these into its thousandths. And this is where this becomes really conceptually simpler. So I know that I have 10 of these all right. Now this whole thing was shaded in orange, remember? So every single one of these thousandths was shaded. Now I want to subtract 7 of those. So I'm going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now everything that is still shaded in orange, that's going to be your difference. That's going to be your result of this subtraction. And it will be 2/10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 hundredths plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 thousandths. So altogether, 246 thousandths, or 0.246. All right, so that, my friends, is how you would use the Decimat for addition and subtraction.